Hi, I'm Paul Hoelscher, and I'm from Conway, Arkansas. And what I've found out is that most emerger patterns are either overweighted or underweighted, which will mean that the fly will always be at the top or in the film surface or in the middle of the water column. And I've also noticed that the fish are watching for the movement at the end of the drift where it swings upwards, where it's actually the fly is emerging. So in doing this, I've tweaked my own pattern to where it'll have just the right amount of weight to make the movement that the trout are looking for. To start this fly, you just wrap your thread to above where the barb of the hook would be, and make a smooth body with 2 trips back, about 2 hook eyes length back to the center of the hook. Then you get lead wire. I'm using a small, you could use a brassy. Just connect the wire on the very top of the body just to give it that right amount of weight. Wrap back 2 or 3 wraps, smooth your thread, and start wrapping forward. Once you've wrapped off all of your thread to cover the entirety of the copper, what you want to do is take a quick whip finish, or a half hitch, start ribbing your body of the fly. Four to 5 wraps is ideal. You can do a couple more if it's a faster stream with stronger current, or a few less if you're fishing in a spring creek. And just tie off your wire, break it off, let it twist it. You can cut if you'd like. And tie in your soft hackle. Now, I'm going to tie a variation, and usually I'll tie with partridge, but right now I'm going with some grouse just to give it a little different color. And what I'll do is I'll strip most of the feather, the after shaft of the feather off, get everything out of the way, pull everything back on the feather, and cut to where I have a small triangle showing, so I can tie that on. Take one gripping wrap, somewhat loose, and pull tight to lock it in, and wrap back to your copper. Now, normally when I tie this fly, you could use the more gray color of the partridge near the neck, and for the thorax, instead of using the ice dubbing peacock from Hairline, UV ice dub, you could use the actual peacock to make the thorax of the fly. And if you do use the dubbing, you're going to need an extremely sparse amount. Just, you know, you can see how much I have. Just not much at all. And wrap it fairly tight to give it a good pronounced thorax, but not too pronounced. If you think you're using too much dubbing, you absolutely are. It's just enough to be noticed. And I'll stop there because that is absolutely all that you will need. Take one wrap to end your thorax. Clip off the rest, the excess. Pull your soft hackle behind. Make one wrap and take a quick whip finish. or a half hitch. I always seem to tie my soft tackles a bit long just because I like the way it looks in the water. Now, when you tie soft tackles, you always want to make sure that you tie an extremely sparse amount of hackle. 1 turn is great, 1.5 is almost too much, because what these fibers represent is the 6 legs that an insect has. So the less, the better. There's 1.5. Actually, probably has too much. That is absolutely all you need as far as soft hackle goes. Again, extremely sparse is the key. You're going to make 1 locking wrap, pull your soft tackle tight, and pull again on your thread to kind of lock it in. Pull the stem of the soft tackle back, make 2 wraps. Make a small V in the end of your scissors so you don't cut off your soft tackle. Push, and it's clipped, so you didn't lose any of your soft tackle at all. Now, I sometimes like to tie this fly with a larger red head, but the standard for soft tackle flies is a very small, smooth head. So I'm going to make a 3-turn whip finish, and that'll be my tie-off point. Make a small V in the end of your scissors, push, and you have the completed wrap. It's a very buggy looking fly. Fish it under strike indicator about 1.5 times the depth of your water. It's a great pattern, and it'll outfish just about any other merger pattern out there.